Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Crypto. Hope you are all having a fantastic day. Over the last couple of days on Twitter and on different Telegram groups, we've been seeing a lot of this. The Sunday swap ISO is ending on February 14th and people are looking for new pools to delegate their ADA. There's a really good tweet here about it, and Pete, who's a Cardano ambassador, SPO and podcaster and YouTuber, shout out to Pete, he's a good egg, have tweeted stuff like this, looking for suggestions, looking for stake pool operators to comment and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on ISPOs that are currently running on Cardano that I really like. Before we get into it, this is not financial advice. No, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a girl taking you along on the crypto journey. I've chosen 4 pools that I personally really like, and I'm going to mention a special one at the end, as well as a couple of other options if you don't like any of mine. Now guys, if you're not familiar with the ISPO or the ISO method, it was originally started by Meld, although some will say it started with Ray Network. And essentially what it means is you stake your ADA and in return you are paid out in that particular crypto. So for example, you stake your ADA and you earn Meld. You stake your ADA and you earn Flick. Or you stake your ADA and you earn ADA. But it's a great way to earn passive income through other tokens. It's a great way to get in onto tokens before they're released and before their price is released, before you know what it's really worth. And if you're going to have your ADA sitting there, staking is definitely what I would do with it. Now, the first ISPO I want to talk about today is Genius Yield. Now, this one here has been getting quite a lot of attention. In fact, they just hit 10,000 delegators on their pools. Now, Genius Yield is an automated yield optimizer. They're bringing the power of yield optimization at your fingerprints. Less hassle, minimize risk, and maximize profits. These guys here have a fantastic white paper that everybody should read. I'm going to make a separate video about these guys and about each of these projects. So I'm not going to go in depth with any of these. I'll just tell you holistically why I like these projects. Now, Genius Yield, I really like the white paper. The team is fantastic. There's a lot of buzz around this one. It's giving me those liquid vibes. And I don't know about you guys, I missed out on liquid in the early days. So I think this could be a fantastic chance to get into this space. Now, to give you an idea on rewards, these guys are offering 0.03 Genius tokens per 10 ADA. So 0.03 per 10 ADA. Okay, now there is a great ISPO section on their website that you guys can check out. It's got a calculator so you can calculate exactly how many tokens you're going to get, how long you want to stake for, any bonuses, all that sort of stuff. But I highly recommend checking these guys out. They have a really practical approach, and I think this is going to be a very successful protocol. Now, in terms of their pools, they're currently running the Gens 2 and Gens X. Okay, now the Gens X is 100% Genius rewards, and the Gens 2 is 50% Genius and 50% ADA. So you don't have to completely get rewarded in Genius tokens, although that is my personal preference. Now, other pools are completely saturated, and guys, I dare say a lot of the Sunday swap delegators are going to move to these guys, so jump on it as soon as you can, although I do think there'll be more pools coming. Next up on the list is, of course, Flick2. I've done a lot of videos about these guys, and I'll post my latest one in the bio, but they are a Cardano-powered community media incubator. These guys are trying to penetrate a multi-billion-dollar industry. The team is fantastic. I have the opportunity to talk to them on a regular basis, really active on socials, really active on Telegram. And, you know, the whole concept of this I love. You know, I'm a big fan of movies. I'm a big fan of TV shows. I'm a big fan of creators and media, and finding a way to give back to them. You know, there's an entrepreneurship aspect to it, as it says on their website. So I just love the whole concept of this. Flick is actually relaunching their ISPO. It's going to be 0.33 Flick per ADA. So a fantastic reward structure, probably one of the best out there. These guys are already for sale, so you can sort of get an idea on price, but it is so early with this project, guys. Check out the videos on the channel if you want to learn more about them. But multi-billion-dollar industry, great team, great partners, already striking partnerships left, right, and center. I definitely recommend checking out the white paper. And in terms of rewards, this is extremely high, 0.33 per ADA. Up next, we've got IMX or IMX, whatever you want to call it. Now, this one here is a really interesting one. Again, another one that I'm going to make a separate video about, but this is all about digital identity. Now, more and more, guys, we're moving towards artificial intelligence. We are moving towards, all this online stuff. And you need ID for everything. You need ID for loans, you need ID for all sorts of things. And we have so many people all over the world that are unbanked, unidentified, unregistered on the system. So stuff like this is going to be massive in the future. I think we are still very, very early to all this digital identity type stuff. But this project here, I think, is very unique. They've already got a partnership with Meld and a couple of other key projects in the space. I think it is still super, super early to this one. I'll definitely be purchasing this as soon as they have any sort of pre-sale or public sale. Their roadmap is very intense, very well detailed, and just the whole concept of it, I think as we can see more and more, not just with COVID but just with everything that is happening, we're moving more and more towards digital everything. So a digital identity is massive. Now, these guys have a very lengthy website, a lot of stuff to read on here, but I highly recommend doing it because I think this is going to be huge. Now, they're currently running four pools. They're IMX 1, 2, and 3. They've got about 340 delegators to those pools, as opposed to, say, Flick, who has obviously about to hit 1,000, and Genius Yield, who has over 10,000. But I think, again, a lot of the Sunday Swap delegators are going to go to these guys because it's one of the most exciting projects coming. The concept is fantastic and very unique. I haven't seen any other project like it to date, personally. Now, up next, we've got Maladex. Okay, there's a video about these guys, again, on my channel you can check out. This is another DEX that is coming to Cardano. Extremely different to any of the other ones currently operating. These guys are very research driven. Everything about them on their website is, literally to the detail. There's full mathematical algebra equations. It's intense. I highly recommend reading their white paper. It's more complex than what you'd be used to. So if you are sort of new in the space, don't freak out. It's just very, very well thought out and very written. They've already got partnerships with Mel and Ada Handle. They've got some fantastic plans. A lot of people in the space are excited about Maladex, potentially being one of the key DEXs in the near future. Now, they've got a bunch of different stake pools currently operating and over 10,500 delegators across pools. So you can see already the popularity. They have more delegators than Genius Yield for now. And I think plenty more people are going to go back to Maladex after Sunday Swap. Because Sunday Swap, to be honest with you, the ISPO was really, really disappointing. The reward structure was pretty poor. I delegated for like 1 or 2 epochs, and then I literally just got straight out and put my money elsewhere. So you've got a bunch of options here that you can choose from. Now, I wish I could tell you what the reward system is, but I absolutely cannot. Okay, so how it is calculated is very, very intense. So it's definitely very well thought out, and you can go to pool and you can go to formula and you can see that. So how airdrops calculated, why does the formula seem so complicated, all that stuff. So there's a lot that goes into it that I'm not even going to try and understand or translate, but Maladex is definitely one to add to your hit list. Now, those were my 4: Genius Yield, Flick, IMX, and Maladex. I'm going to give a special mention to Ray Network as well, because a lot of people do think that Ray was the initial, the first ever ISPO on Cardano. I do think that that was Meld, but a couple of people will say it was Ray. Ray is an advanced DeFi ecosystem for Cardano blockchain platforms. They provide a range of blockchain solutions for Cardano, from DeFi exchanges, API provisioning systems, light wallets, minting tools and explorers, to different SDKs that can open the blockchain world to thousands of crypto enthusiasts all over the world. In terms of their staking, you get ADA so you stake ADA in the Ray pools and get 4.5% ROI with extra rewards each epoch, 1 X-ray per 120 ADA staked. So definitely check out this pool. Again, it didn't make it to my top 4 just because I feel like the other ones are more unique and have better rewards. Now, if you don't want to delegate to any projects, if you just want to delegate and get some ADA, or you want to have a bit of a laugh, let's not forget good old Hosky. All right, so you can stake your ADA and Hosky on any of these stake pools listed here, and you get rewarded in ADA and in Hosky. If you don't know what Hosky is, guys, it is one of the OG meme tokens on Cardano. I've got some couple of billion of it, and there's a video on my channel. You never know what could happen to it. People never thought that Dogecoin or Shiba would be taken seriously, and now they have multi-billion-dollar market caps. So I just want to throw that in there for a bit of a laugh. If you don't like any of the projects I talked about, this is something worth looking into. Now, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. Where is your ADA going after Sunday? If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell. Plenty of Cardano content on the channel, guys, if you do enjoy it. As always, watch this space.